Good morning, everybody. Elizabeth Smith here, and it's a wonderful Monday morning, and I hope everyone's had a wonderful weekend, fully rested and ready to go. Boy, have I got some work to do today. However, today we're talking about taking things personally, and I think, it's one of those things that we all do. So it's a good reminder of the fact that we all have our own agreements in life. We all have our own concept of how things are, how we project ourselves, how we operate in life, pinned to our values and our beliefs. And we this is what comes into conflict with other people. Because they're running their own movies, they have their own beliefs, their own values, and what really I think sort of impacts on a lot of people is the fact that we are offered often unsolicited feedback, and it's not so much. This is the real essence of what I'm trying to say. It's not about what they are feeding back to you. It's what you do with it, because it's words when they're saying them to you, but once you take them on and you take them in and you attach them to your values and your beliefs, and the fact that you're doing everything possible, you're probably working your backsides off, trying to push things through, trying to get things done, whether you're a parent or a head of some large corporation, your whole purpose is to keep things afloat, keep things moving, do the best you can, offer the best value you can, and then someone flies in and just drops that big bombshell on you of actually it's not good enough. Well, it is good enough. It is good enough. What they're trying to tell you is something completely different. That what you've done is you've taken those words of could you, should you, would you, as an absolute destruction of everything you've just put in. And it's because we're attaching the emotions to it. Now, the best way I can describe this is, you imagine it. It's when you cut yourself and you start doing, and I'm going back to food, everybody, my favourite topic. But if you think about it, when you cut yourself, you might not even think about it. And then you go and put your hands, or you start touching things like chili or a lemon, or good morning, Jane, good morning, or a lemon or some salt. And my God, you know every single little opening in your skin. And that's what I'm talking about when we talk about taking things personally. These words are just words. They come at you. And it's whether or not you take them in and you attach those emotions. They land on wounds, wounds on your soul, wounds on your mind, wounds from history. And yet this person who is potentially standing in front of you is just trying to make things better. They're offering you something. I'm not saying all of them with the best heart and the best warmth and love, but it's about protecting yourself. It's about protecting yourself by closing those wounds and just listen to the words and only the words. Take the emotion out of it. Allow those wounds to heal over, because it's about moving forward. What we're talking about is taking things personally gets in our way of doing our career moves. So there's no point in you going for an interview because you might fail, or there's no point in going to an interview because they'll just think you're silly and things like that. But this is your operating mode. It's not their operating mode. Think about relationships. What's the point of having another relationship? Because you just get hurt. You'll just get let down again. How do you know that's true? How do you know that's true? And if you're running that operating system, you will be going towards that goal and not another goal, because you will be running that same program towards the same end that you're expecting. Don't forget you get what you expect to get because you focus on it. Think about business. There's no point in going live because no one will watch. No one will give me any feedback. They won't like what I do. And I've seen people on here that are real haters. And you get people on who come and go, oh no, I've got, someone's been really rude to me, I'll block them. There are some trolley people out there, but that's okay. They're the ones that are living in their life. They're not living in my life or your life. So again, don't allow this to sort of be your big stumbling block. There is a world out there to explore, and taking things personally does you no favours. So my words to you are, run your operating system, live life to the full. Bear in mind that things that you are criticising outside yourself actually are things that are going on inside yourself. So for instance, if you didn't know what something was, you wouldn't be able to make a judgment on it. A child doesn't know what a tree is until they are taught what a tree is, where it comes from, how it grows, the name of it. So when people criticize you, say for instance, you get criticized for, I don't know, being too hairy or being fat or having grey hair or, you know, doing something daft, like I'm not very good at a number of things I'm not great at, but then I don't practice them either, you know, and you get that. Often the person who has criticised themselves has to go in there, in their own minds, in their own world, and go, that's a tree. It's not a good tree. It's not a pretty tree. It's not a tree that I like. I prefer these trees. So they actually have to go and find what it is that they don't like about themselves in order to project it out there. So if they are criticising the way you look, they're criticising the way you speak, you stand, it'll be because they've already had that criticism of themselves, or someone has done it to them, so they are recognising it, almost giving them permission to share that poison. So remember, live the life you want to live, and if you live it through love, live it through understanding and compassion and non-judgmental, you are far less likely to attract that back. So think about it. Think about the way that you can change your own life. You'll change your own perceptions. You'll change your own reality. You can't do anything about anybody else's. So just look at yourself. It will change the environment around you. Good morning, Lisa. It's lovely. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me. It's lovely when I get somebody on here. So thank you so much. Anyway, lots of love. I hope this week goes well for you. I'll see you on Wednesday. I have so much news coming up. I'm terribly excited about my new course, which I will share with everybody, and hope some of you could perhaps join me on it. Anyway, I'll speak to you all on Wednesday. Thank you again. Bye-bye.